This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is Deadfellas. It was written by Christian Grundel, and it's available from the Miskatonic repository. Joe Bardales is our keeper of arcane lore, and this is a one-shot. Folks, before we begin, I just want to say how much we appreciate your support. It doesn't sound like much, but a few dollars that you send us each month really helps us to pay for everything. We are on our 10th year doing this, and we couldn't have done it without you. Thanks very much. That being said, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Joe?
So, the year is 1982, December, a couple weeks before Christmas. New York is where we are. We're going to be leaving the city with 4 men in a Cadillac with a special mission and a package. These men are all members of the DiVincenzo crime family, one of the largest, powerful crime families in New York City. And in the back of the trunk, they have a dead body that they are supposed to dispose of. They need to drive up to a motel in upstate New York, in Cairo, New York, specifically, to the Pixie Motel, where they have an arrangement with the owner, where they're going to take care of this body. Now, all 4 men have been in this family for a while. Some are newer than others, but every one of them has secrets. Secrets that they try to keep, because if the others knew, well, it might get them into some trouble. So, before we begin our journey, little backstory. You're about to leave New York City. You're about to leave the Bronx, going into Westchester County. You're going to head up the Taconic State Parkway to Cairo. Now, there is, and it's been on the news all week, there is a huge nor'easter winter storm coming in, and it is going to be bad. But you need to do this. So you will be driving up. Normally, this is a 2.5-hour journey from the city to Cairo, but it's probably going to take you a little while longer because of the conditions as the night progresses. So 2 hours earlier, two members of the family, Salvatore Pasatano and his right-hand associate, Tony DeNose, they had to take care of a problem with a drug dealer that they had been working with for years. Now, it is the 1980s. Ronald Reagan is the president. He's declared a war on drugs. So the federal government has been really cracking down on the families with issues with drugs. So they're cutting their losses, and they're going to leave no witnesses. So the gentleman in the back of the car was a dealer, a drug maker named Cervantes that Sally had worked with for many years and made a lot of money, but now he's a liability. So he's laying dead in the back of the car. Next up, I'm going to have all of our PCs introduce their characters, who they are, and maybe a little bit about what's going on inside their mind right now as they're about to embark on this journey to Cairo, New York. We'll start with Sally P., our capo.
Yeah, I'm Sally P., and I'm in charge of this outing, and we're riding up in my Cadillac here. We've got Cervantes in the trunk. Unfortunate that we had to tie up some loose ends, but this is business, and we have to make sure loose ends are tied up. A little bit nervous about what we're doing, concerned about the weather as we're driving up upstate New York. So, you know, just nervous, just generally nervous. And I think that's normal as we head upstate. Glad I got Tony with me and these other guys. So I'm hopeful for a nice, quiet trip upstate New York.
So, Tony, tell us a little bit about yourself and what's going on in your head right now.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't like the boonies. I don't like the cold weather. I don't like driving past all these trees in the night when any fucking thing could jump out at you. I like streetlights and civilization. And given that Sally and I had to actually address the Cervantes situation, I'm not exactly sure why we have a couple of babysitters with us. I just want to get the stiff out of the back and get back to the city and real life.
So, Dominic, Tookie, Calvacante.
I'm having a great time. I love the life that I've chosen. People that honestly work using their hands to dig ditches, those are the suckers. Those are the losers in the world and stuff. You need to go out there and take what's available and any means necessary. I was made for this life. I'm having a great time. I'm really proud that I found this Mickey kid. He's like a younger brother to me, and everything he's done has made me proud. And just the way he achieves is looking really good on me. Bringing him along, make sure he can handle it and all. I told the boss he could, but along with it and all, not thrilled about being in the back seat, but it ain't my Cadillac, so I guess that's all right. At least it won't be my car that gets all dirty.
And finally, our young associate, not quite a made man yet, like these other three gentlemen, Mikey Caruso.
Hey, you're telling them my story. I'm not yet a made man. I'm just an associate, and I don't know. I got involved with these guys, and Tookie sort of took me under his wing, and I think he's an amazing guy. I've been to his house and met his family, and I'd pretty much do anything that he asked me to do. Hopefully, I can prove myself at some point and move up the ranks a little.
So these four men are in the car, ready to depart New York. Maybe a little more than an hour ago is when Cervantes was taken care of. Sally P. and Tony DeNose paid him an unexpected visit. And Tony DeNose, doing what he does as a hitman, strangled this man to death. Tony, could you make me a spot hidden roll?
The spot of trees. Yeah, 29 is the regular.
When you were killing Cervantes, with your hands around his up, and you could see the life going to leave him, like you've done this so many times before, you notice something different this time. Most men have a look of utter fear and terror, almost pleading for you not to do this when you kill them. But Cervantes, it was different. You were looking into his eyes, he was almost amused and like incredulous that this was even happening. You've never seen this before. So that's something you noticed that was a little different.
Hey, Sally P.
Yeah.
You've known Cervantes a long time. Is he the kind of did he use his own product, do you think?
I'm not real sure if he was a user of his own product or not.
Yeah, I know some guys get high on the supply, but they usually don't make it high enough to last very long. It's just that he didn't seem to have an appropriate amount of anxiety or appreciate the seriousness of the situation as he was getting snuffed.
That's real strange. That's real strange. I've never seen that before. Huh.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed in the trunk, he didn't piss himself.
Yeah, I'm awful glad about that too. That's a fucking mess to clean up when they do that shit. Good God. Of course, that's what we got Mikey for, I guess. Clean all that shit up.
Yeah, you got lucky, Mikey.
That's a nice car. I wouldn't want it to get too dirty, but yeah, I'll wash it for you if you need it.
I mean, construction bags usually do the job, but it's usually the bigger mess. Maybe he was a
So,
brave guy.
so you say you was looking right into his eyes, huh?
Yeah.
Thought you would have got him from behind or something like that when you're doing it. How'd you do it?
Yeah. It's situational, right? In this case, he didn't have anything to worry about. And, you keep a better eye on a guy from in front than you can from behind.
Yes,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
I guess you're lucky he didn't stick you with anything, you know.
Well, if he had anything on him, we would have done it a different way, I guess.
It's
And
a
when
pretty slick job. Sorry.
oh no, go ahead.
I was like, yeah, it was a pretty slick job. One of the easiest we've ever done. Isn't that right, Tony?
Yeah. And
Gee,
another thing about it, Mikey, is you can see the light go out of somebody's eyes. You can't see the light go out of their eyes when you're behind them. Not that I like it, but you're done.
And when you were done, you were greeted by two of your fellow members of the DiVincenzo crime family. Tookie and Mikey showed up at the request, they say, of the big boss, Big Polly Provenzano. Now, Sally, you're a capo, but Tookie and Mikey work for another capo whose name is Anthony Tony the Tiger Tomasino. So
yeah.
they're along for the ride just to make sure, because Big Polly said, this is what they told you. Big Polly said that he just wants to make sure this is covered up and done right. So as we're about to leave the Bronx and head on up into Westchester County to get to the Taconic State Parkway and begin our journey, some flurries are falling in the city, temperatures dropping. Could everybody make me an intelligence check and tell me if you pass or fail?
I'll pass.
Pass.
Hard pass.
Did everybody pass?
Uh-huh.
I will give you the option because it is the 80s and there's really no law requiring it. But if you want to remember to wear your seatbelt on this journey, which is going to be kind of rough when the snow starts coming, you may all do that.
I'm in the back seat. Only pussies wear seatbelts in the back seats. So it's like,
Yeah, I was going to put mine on until I saw that Tookie wasn't, so I'm not going to.
they were just that lap belt back there.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
GM, I got a quick question, though. Did I and Tookie know the drug dealer, or was this just we
You
had
were
no
asked.
idea that was?
You know that Sally P is the one who set this whole thing up with Cervantes back in '75. You guys the family. It made the family a lot of money. It was sort of Sally P's thing. You also know that there is a crackdown, and the big boss, they don't want to be involved in the drug trade right now because it's the federal government is looking. So you're along to make sure that this is taken care of, and
And we weren't there when the guy was killed. We came right after.
you were there right after. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
you were sent.
Yeah, there's enough money out there. We don't need to be involved in that crap that the government's cracking down on and get into some gambling. make money that way. They're making that's how you do it. You go for those crimes that the public doesn't really worry too much about.
Well, this is the 1980, the war on drugs this is a big push. Ronald
Yeah.
Reagan and his lovely wife, Nancy. A young man named, I'm just seeing here, a young man named Rudy Giuliani is making a name for himself as a federal prosecutor right now. And,
Great, Julia.
yeah, it's kind of like, the name, but it kind of feels like he's a traitor or something to, the Italian people, that sort of thing, you know. All right, so as we begin, we head out into Westchester County. So we're heading into Westchester County. Now, there's still a lot of traffic. There's a big snowstorm coming. People know it. They've been talking about it for a couple days. Got a lot of traffic. This is where you're heading out of the city into suburbia. It's still kind of busy. The roads are still okay, but the flurries are coming down, starting to get a little heavier. You know something's coming. So as you're driving, you're driving along. There's plenty of other cars on the road. And as you hit Westchester County, you're still in the suburbs. You're seeing all the Christmas lights and everything. The rest of the world's getting ready to hunker down and get ready for the Christmas season. The Taconic State Parkway runs up sort of along the eastern side of the Hudson River. Goes through the Catskills, a lot of famous places you've heard of in history. As you're going through places like Woodstock and things, you'll start to see the names are on the maps if you need them. So it's the snowstorm's really just starting. But yet again, there's still a lot of traffic. There's still a lot of people out. It's definitely you're not in the clear yet. You're not in the country yet. So we know where everybody's sitting. We got Sally P driving and Tony the Nose sitting next to him in the passenger seat. Tookie is sitting in the back seat behind Sally P, and behind Tony the Nose is Mikey. So as we're going along, it's kind of claustrophobic. You're all in this car together. So do you do anything like? What do you do to pass the time? Are you chatting? Do you turn on the radio?
Hey, that be man. Mind if I crack the window? I just wanted to have a smoke.
Oh yeah. No problem. This is the '80s. It's not a problem. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They still have asterisks built into it. So
Yeah. Is it snowing already in our?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's starting to snow. It's not really sticking to the road yet, but looks like it's going to be starting, as you're going through suburbia here, like sticking to at least to the grass and on the sides, but it's starting to come down. It's like people are like, there's a lot of traffic out. It seems a little more because I think people are they got to get the milk and bread. They got to get back. They got to hunker down. So it's a little busy. You still
Like the weather's
probably
kind of
able to drive
cold.
the normal speed limit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't get much worse.
I hope so too. I'm driving along. I'm driving careful. I'm observing the speed limit because we're still in town, and I don't want to draw any undue attention to myself.
Well, yes, Alan, as you remember, because we've been to the Pixie a few times. Once we get up to Taconic, we get into these dinky little county roads. 2 lanes, you've got some tractor moving between his orchard and his cow shit barn or whatever. It gets real slow. And there won't be cleaner in these streets. So you get out of town much, Tookie?
No, I don't. I mean, I like living in the city and all. I've heard of I'm kind of interested to see this Pixie Hotel that I've heard so much about and all.
Yeah, it's a real 5-star place. I tell you, it's
Yeah.
you'll like it. You'll like it.
Absolutely order the shrimp cocktail.
Yeah. There's probably was put on the shelf back in the 70s.
Yeah, it's is this a motel or a hotel? That's the Pixie.
God, I bet it's a motel.
Sounds like a
it's-
motel.
Sounds like a motel.
I don't know. It's yeah. I ain't gonna tell you to be careful, but yeah, be careful. Tractors and deer and wild animals and
Oh yeah, yeah.
cats.
Like Tony said, we've made this trip more than once. I'm not really expecting anything
Yeah.
crazy.
How fast you
Yeah.
get this car going there, Sally P?
No, I've had this thing up to 100 before.
No, no shit. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
These
I tell
Cadillacs,
you,
great cars.
they are. But I tell you, I'm not a fast man. I like to cruise along at a much slower pace. I'm not really a speed kind of guy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I picked that up from you that you don't like to do things fast and all. Don't get to the point quick or anything.
How long do
You
you figure it'll take us? How long do
in
you
good
figure it'll
weather,
take us?
it's like good. On a sunny afternoon, it's 2.5 hours each way. In this crap, maybe a half an hour longer if we don't get any interruptions.
Seems like with all them trees out there, we could have stashed this body out there in the woods along the way.
Yeah, the tree line is not. It's not like it's trees from all the way here to Maine or nothing. There's farms and suburban houses just right on the other side of the tree line. They just made the Taconic look pretty because they call it a parkway. It's local politics thing. It's way before your time. They wanted
Drive
to
on a
sub.
parkway and you park on a driveway.
That's
Yeah.
very observant. Uh, I don't. I don't want to seem sore on Tookie, but were you driving at something there about Sally not moving along at a pace that you approve of?
No, just sometimes he wanders off on the subject and all. Like, oh, we are talking about the car. Next thing you know, he's talking about how slow he likes things. I was hoping to hear what kind of engine he had.
Say,
Oh, well, can get you the owner's manual out of the glove box. Tony, throw it back there to him.
Hmm.
here you go, Tooks. Have a look,
Ah,
see. Get all the
ah,
specs.
Anka. Hmm. Eight cylinders, huh? It's nice. Rear wheel
Also, very,
drive.
very, very smooth, you'll notice.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
hear too, with all these little cars that are out there now that are becoming popular, if your car hits their car, your car is going to win. Your car weighs so much more, and there's so much more steel in that frame. Those little cars are like plastic bottles.
just don't tap the back of a Ford Pinto.
Hmm. Yeah.
Why? What's
We,
with the Ford
It
Pinto?
blows up in your face.
yeah.
They made them.
We would,
It's a fucked up car.
yeah. We wouldn't have to worry about that body. We had that.
So, when exactly did Paulie tell you to come upstate with it? Is this an educational thing for you, learning how to drop unwanted laundry off at the Pixie?
He was just
Yes.
Paulie was yeah. I mean, Mikey's gotta learn the ropes and all, and gotta see what you do. Paulie's pretty adamant about it. Well, Tony was pretty adamant about it. Apparently, he said made a deal with the old Paulie, and so came along. You
Yeah.
you don't question when the tiger says to do something.
No.
Do it. That's a key lesson there, Mikey. Sometimes you just gotta go, yes, sir.
I've been told to do stuff that I just did it.
So you guys are driving them along. You get that, the houses are starting to get a little less. You're going to be, you know, getting out of the main suburban area. Maybe a few cars are dropping off. Um, Snow's getting a little heavier, a little thicker, not quite sticking yet. You see the salt trucks and the plows are getting ready to do their thing. You kind of like staring out. Not very exciting. The Christmas lights were nice, but now there's less and less of them as there's less and less houses. And So, Mikey, you're looking out the window, you're thinking, you've got a lot in your head right now. You know what this all means. And you're looking and your mind starts to wander back to when you were a kid. And you're thinking of happier times. You're thinking of being at a little league baseball game when you were a kid. And you're looking, you're at bat, and you see another kid on base at first. There's two outs, and you remember what this is. This is the time you hit your first home run. Now, your dad is in the stands. You've been working with your dad nonstop, to take a hit. And you hear from the stands, just like you did on that day, he's yelling, "Swing for the fences, Vinny! Swing for the fences!" And as you look up, like you did that day to look at your dad for that reassurance, there's somebody there where he was sitting, but it's not your dad. It's not your dad sitting there. And he's looking. There's just these eyes looking at you. And he reaches out. It's like somebody's reaching into your mind. And he looks at them. And you hear this voice, a voice that's not your dad's as well. And it's just speaking to you, directly to you. It's reaching, it's picking into your brain, trying to find out things about you. You almost can feel it. And the voice says, "If you kill them all three of them, all of this can go away. All of your problems. But you have to kill the other three." And you start to wonder why. Well, who is this person in your father's face? And it speaks to you some more. It goes, "Oh, yes, you're very, very interesting man. You don't think they would kill you? You really, really need to kill them first, all three of them." And then your father's face comes back, but the voice is the same. "Kill them, all three. Make a sanity roll."
Oh. Fail.
A fail. A roll of 1d3. Lose that many sanity. And it was like you dozed off. Two.
Yeah.
It's like you dozed off and you let out a yell. Like, when you have a nightmare or something and you're in the car and you're falling asleep.
Ah!
Good. Jesus, mate.
Sorry, shit. I must have dozed off. It's like being hypnotized by the snow.
You see a bunny or something?
No, I just you get that feeling like you're suddenly falling just as you're starting to fall asleep.
That's why they call it falling asleep.
I asked you, oh, that's really funny. I never even thought of that. Sorry I startled you.
And as you start to settle down from that really strangely dream that was not a dream. You know that. It was something strange. And as you're starting to settle down and you see the signs that guys are about getting ready to enter Putnam County, Mikey, you hear something very faintly, but you hear somebody it's like it's coming from the cushion behind you. "Help me. Help me. I don't know where I am. Help me."
The fuck? I think the guy in the trunk's still alive.
What the fuck's wrong with you, Mikey? Are you on drugs or something?
I can hear him. He's saying, "Help me." Can't you hear it?
No.
Yeah. No, Mikey, man, you just come on. You just got to breathe in on these situations and kind of calm down. Look, I'm listening.
Tukey, I swear to God, I can hear him. Can't you hear him?
No,
I mean, I'm not a freak. I don't freak out on things like this. You know that.
I know you don't, but sometimes stress gets to you, and your imagination kind of runs away, especially when you're in that fugue state where you're trying to wake up. But listen, if you listen, you hear anything?
Do I hear anything?
Oh,
You
oh,
hear,
door.
you think you do, you think you do. They can't hear anything, but you think you hear somebody moving around back there, maybe just slightly.
Mikey, kiddo, first of all, like I said, you can see the light go out of somebody's eye. Second, we stuffed them in two construction bags. It's going on 2 hours now. You know how they say on plastic bags, don't play with it like a toy? If Cervantes had been wide awake and kicking when we shoved him in a double construction bag, duct taped it in the trunk, he'd have suffocated 5 times over.
I don't know. I don't know. I swear. I'm not joking.
Where'd you find this guy, Tuki?
Yeah, he's good. I mean, just it's first time around dead body, this close.
Okay,
I
fine,
guess.
fine,
It's not
fine.
just
Just,
calm down, man.
fine. I'll just shut up.
Keep an ear out. Maybe we got something caught in the tire and it's flapping around a little bit on your side, and that's why you're hearing a noise.
Maybe you put him into a coma and he's woke up.
You watch a
I
lot of
won't say
Guiding Light?
anything. I won't say anything. Where the fuck did that cat come from?
Cat.
Oh, sorry.
You're moving on. You're moving on. Driving in. You guys are in Putnam County now. Pretty, we're going up towards Newburgh. You're passing through Peekskill, Woodbury, that area. It's a little less crowded, but the snow is getting heavier. It's getting heavier. It's starting to stick. Wind is starting to pick up a little too.
Geez, Sally P, I don't want to spend the night at Pixie.
I don't either, but we might have to. We've
Maybe
done
we-
it before.
Maybe we drop up the laundry and then drive on someplace a little more civilized.
We can certainly try that. I think there's somewhere town nearby that's got a better thing.
But you still have a whiles to go.
Yeah.
So
You driven in this kind of snow before there, Sally P? This.
Oh yeah. No problem. I'm a great driver. I've been driving for years.
I remember the blizzard of '78. We had to get out of the city, and it was, I don't know, 2.5 feet. You handled that.
Mm.
So your thoughts are going through your mind. You know this is going to be a serious snowstorm that's coming in. You're also a little less. There's a reason you like this route up to Cairo, to the Pixie, because there's not a lot of traffic as it is. It's through farm country, and that's where you're going to start getting into the farm country now. And there's not as much traffic. The people who don't do what you do are home. They're home. They're hunkering down. You're probably going to see maybe a couple state police. You're going to see definitely the snowplow trucks are going to start, eventually having to do their thing. But it's going to be less and less people as you go along. So, so you get into Putnam County, and Sally, you're driving, and it's snow starting to come down, and it's a little hypnotic, the patterns in the snow. It's just kind of taking you back, You start thinking, you're thinking about your wife, Gina, like how you met, you're thinking about your kids and your family life as you get deeper into Putnam County here. So those were nicer times, and you've had nice times, and you look over at the seat next to you, and Tony the Nose isn't there. It's your wife, Gina, and she kind of looks at you and smiles and goes, Sally, you really got to get the Christmas decorations out of storage. We got to get the house ready for Christmas. The girls are going to love that. Now, you have 3 girls, right? Three
Yes.
daughters. And you love them dearly. You love your family, so you're thinking about them. I think Claire was your oldest daughter, and Bonnie's the middle one, like Jan Brady, and then there's little Marie, your littlest one, who's you would never say it out loud, but she's definitely your favorite, and she's definitely your little girl. So you're thinking about her. You turn back to talk to Gina sitting next to you, but it's another woman. It's a woman named Betty. It's your mistress, the woman that you keep in New Jersey, that you got an apartment for her. And she turns to you and goes, "Oh, come on, Sal. I'm not asking you to spend Christmas Day or Christmas Eve with me. I know you're going to be with your family, but can't we just do one nice thing for Christmas? What do you say, Sal? Could we go out for Christmas dinner on our own on another day?" Come on, Sal.
I,
And as
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
and as you're saying that, all of a sudden, standing in the road as it's starting to snow on as you're driving along, there's a little girl standing in the middle of the highway, and she's in a First Communion dress.
Yeah.
And you're coming right at her. What do you do?
Well, I figure that
What are you doing?
I figure I've been looking at Betty
Mm-hmm.
and probably look over at the road and see this girl. So my first reaction is probably going to hit the brakes.
So you hit the brakes. Ah. Roll me a drive check.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Regular pass. Yeah.
So you hit something, you hear it hit the car, and it's your daughter Marie. It's your daughter Marie, and she goes flying over the back. Make me a sanity check.
Yes, I pass that.
Okay, so you only lose 1 point, but you're
Okay.
really shaken up. And are you stopping the car to look? I know you can do this with the past drive check if you just want to stop. There's no other traffic around right now.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna stop the car.
Okay, and you look back. You're looking back before you get out, and you see the girl standing there, and she just says, "If you kill the other three, all of this can go away, and you can live. You can live freely, but you have to kill the other three." Meanwhile, the rest of you in the car, you guys just hit a deer. Like it was a baby deer, like a fawn, but this thing hit the car. There's obviously the front end's got a little damage. It kind of rolled over the top. There's probably damage on the hood, and the windshield's a little cracked. Not
Oh,
severely. It's still
Jesus
drivable.
Christ.
you hit Bambi, so
The
what the
fuck?
hell's wrong with
And
you, man?
hell,
And Mikey, don't say take
Did he-
Jesus' name in vain. Come on, man.
But
We're in
but he
we're in
slammed on the brakes. Holy crap, we're not even wearing seatbelts. We could have gone flying through the window.
You gotta brace yourself, kid. I'm gonna go and make sure the poor fucker's dead and drag it on the road so some other asshole doesn't run into it.
Did he fucking fall
fucking thing.
asleep?
No, yeah, it's the fucking woods. I tell you, things just come fucking out of the woods at you. They don't know anything. Stupid country animals.
look
I'm
at the
just gonna-
shit outside. Look at the shit outside. It's hard to see.
I'm just gonna go and make sure the fucker's dead and get it off the road.
Yeah. You guys stay here in the car. I'll keep it running. I'm gonna
Okay.
get out and check things out.
You don't have to get out, Sal. It's chilly out there. You
It's
gotta keep
okay.
an eye out.
It's
What if
okay. It's
somebody comes
okay.
around a corner or something? They're in the
But
bed.
Sally P, if you do get out of the car, you do see that you hit a deer, but you can't shake that memory. You can't shake that voice that was talking to you. It's still there. It's like in the back going, all of this could be changed if you just.
Yeah, I think getting out of the car and just getting some breath of that cold air
Hmm.
is kind of what I want to do. Is just take a moment.
Yeah, put on the brake lights too, so I can see the
Yeah.
Bambi.
When they get out of the car, I'm gonna look over at Mikey. It's like, oh man, and you got to keep it together, man. We got a job to do, and I know we got this extra complication here, but remember, we ain't coming along on for a pleasure cruise in this shit weather.
Well, he's going to get us killed. I
He hit
mean,
a
what the
deer.
fuck?
He hit a deer. I don't know what he was doing. He's probably thinking about beating off or something. I don't know what this
I
fucking
don't know.
weird
I had kind of a weird dream too, and I started falling asleep. That was a weird shit.
It's a dream, man. It's a dream.
Now,
Big deal.
Sally P and Tony knows you're outside the car. You're free to talk amongst yourselves as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk back to Tony, and I'm gonna say, sorry about that. I got a little distracted.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the snowfall and then it makes you kind of drowsy. I know.
Yeah.
And the little fucker just ran out. I got I got a thermos of coffee in the front. I got a little brandy too, if you want a little brandy.
I think I'll take the coffee, but I want to skip the brandy for the
Yeah.
moment.
What's with Tukey and the weird kid? Is he gonna bump him off and leave us with the body? What's going on?
Uh, I don't trust him.
Yeah.
I think we need to keep an eye on our friends.
Do we want to maybe put Tukey in the front seat? I'm
Yeah,
not
if he
sure.
wants to.
I'm so happy about having them both behind us.
I agree. I agree. We can have him drive for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I like that. He won't be so slow like you, right?
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
the old smart ass. Good idea, Sally.
Fucking hell.
And I'm just going to walk up to the fawn and sort of make sure I'm pointing at its upper torso and fire twice and then just pick up the back legs and drag it off the road.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
head back. You're gonna talk a minute. You want to check the trunk? Do you want to go
What,
back to the car
because the
and
kid's hearing things? No, I think we're gonna have a little powwow. We'll make sure, if nobody's driving past, yeah, let's say, Paulie, Sally, you can say you're worried that you aren't as fresh as you were early in the day, and if
Yeah.
Dominic would like to take a turn at the wheel, you'd be more than comfortable switching out. See
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
Weasel says.
I'll ask him. I'll go up to the door and kind of knock on it.
I roll down the window. It's like,
Eh,
you do any bad damage?
no. I don't think it did any bad damage. It was a little fawn.
Hmm.
But say you wouldn't be interested in driving for a little bit, would you?
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Try things good. You okay with me driving? I haven't driven anywhere but in the city, where we're lucky to get over 20 miles an hour.
I trust you. This is a big country road. I think it'd be fine. I'm just not feeling as fresh as I was earlier in the day. I'm gonna sit in the back, sip a little coffee, if you don't mind.
Whatever works there. The nose, he's made this trip before. He's not. He'll let me know if I got to turn somewhere, right?
Oh yeah. Well, we've made this trip quite a lot.
All
We know it
right.
like the back of our hand.
Don't be stuck out here too long.
No, you'll be
No.
fine.
Got one river to cross. Everything else is straight line. I mean, a wavy straight line, but not confusing at all.
Shit, yeah, man, yeah.
So am I going to sit up front with Tookie, or am I going to stay back here?
Well, I don't know. What do you want, Mikey?
Just hang on back there, Mikey.
All right.
Because you feel safer back there in case we have to slow down for a little animal. and I can help navigate with your elder statesman Dominic, who was invited you into the fold so magnanimously.
It was a good
I don't
time
want to
there.
cause no problems.
You got no problem, Mikey. Gotta get that thick skin. We like to ride on each other's ass a little bit every once in a while.
And if it's any comfort to you, kiddo, Bambi didn't suffer too long. He's back with his mom now.
I don't give a fuck about the damn deer. Just don't want to get killed.
Yeah, well, it's good news it wasn't a buck because we could have smashed the front end. In fact, I'm going to just check the lights and everything before I get back in the passenger seat. Maybe rub off. Yeah, I should rub off any obvious blood too, because we don't want to get pulled over and asked a stupid question.
So you
Wow.
spent some time cleaning up the car. It seems in good shape. Obviously, there's some dents
Yeah.
and there's a little crack in the windshield. It's nothing noticeable, nothing that will hamper your driving. But everything else, you didn't run over it, so the wheels, everything underneath is fine. But it's going to need some body work. But you probably know a guy. So, so do you guys want to get on the road again, or do you want to take a
Yeah,
moment?
it's fucking freezing out here. This thing
Yeah.
can go before we get buried.
Turn up the heater.
All right. So you guys,
All right.
you're moving along. You're moving along. As you're going, you get yourselves you get yourselves to Putnam County, and getting ready to enter Dutchess County, which is next county up north, and the storm is really getting bad now. It's very slick. It's heavy wet snow that's coming down. There's some with the wind there, you get some moments of the whiteout. So Tookie, this is for you. This is a new kind of driving. So I'm gonna have you make a drive check now. I'll let you do I'll let you have a bonus die just because it's not quite yet, but
All
just
right.
make sure how we're doing with the car.
My seatbelt's been on since the deer.
02 is an extreme.
Nice. So you're handling this well. You're feeling comfortable. Are you keeping your speed down a little just because of conditions? Or you?
Well, probably at speed limit, but when it starts whiting out, you're going to naturally start kind of pulling back a little bit on the speed because
Okay.
as soon as you can't see anything, right? But I'm going to keep playing cool. I'll look over at the nose, be like, man, you weren't lying. This machine is a smooth handling. This is nice.
Practically
Yeah.
a snow plow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having chains on the tires, but it's not that kind of vehicle. But you're doing, I have to say, Tookie, for a city driver, you really are adapting admirably to the challenge.
Well, I
'Cause this
read the
is-
owner's manual.
It's a good idea. I'm going to turn on the radio, see if we can get any weather report. I want to hear this is going to clear up right away.
All right.
I'm going to start spinning the dial. And I'm half spinning the dial for weather and half spinning the dial to get on Tookie's nerves because I don't like his attitude.
So
like
you're kind of
10 seconds of one station and then 10 seconds of another station and then
It's like, hey, man.
and it's probably AM too, because nobody likes to listen to AM.
Oh, yeah.
So you get some things. You get a couple snippets about the weather there, that it is getting worse, that the governor has declared a state of emergency coming in. So everyone's unnecessary travel. You're going to want to get off the road eventually. You're not seeing any cops out right now. The plows aren't coming. It sounds like they might, I think everyone wants to just kind of hunker down, but road's still open for now. You can go forward, and it's just that that constant snow, the whiteouts, the snow, the white knuckle driving, just because you never know what's going to come out. You've already had that scare with the deer, and um, so you keep going. You a little bit of fishtailing. You got a little extra weight in the trunk, so it might not be as bad as it could be if you didn't. So you're going along, and Tony the nose, you're starting to feel that hypnotic falling of the snow, that rhythmic pattern, sort of almost putting you in that a trance-like state that you get into when you're driving and everything. And so you're going along, and your mind starts to go back. Your mind starts to go back to that time when it was it was when you made your bones. It was the first guy you had to kill. You were with Sally P, and he was going to get you a made man. So you're in a basement in Brooklyn, and outside, you're about 22 now. This is going back a few years. You're hearing music outside, like there's Latin music playing, and a lot of honking traffic, and you're in Brooklyn. You're in a basement in Brooklyn, and this is where you made your bones. In the distance, you can hear some fireworks. Yeah, it's that day. It's the 4th of July weekend, and it's like really hot too. It's like one of those 100-degree days in the city that are just so nasty. But you're not really feeling that heat right now. You're nervous. You got an icy cold sweat running down your back. It's you and Sally P and a third man. There's 3 of you in this basement, and only 2 of you are going to be getting out alive. So this is your first hit. This is where you're going to make your bones. Like Sally's there, obviously, with you. There's a hole dug in this basement dirt floor, and inside the hole is this badly beating and crying guy. It's a guy named Toots. He's a bookie, and he's been refusing to pay protection money to you, and you have to make an example of him. Obviously, you've never killed a guy before, though. This is the first one. Toots has that look that you would see so many times, the look of fear, the begging, the pleading, the look that you didn't see earlier with Cervantes, but you're getting that look now. And his mouth is gagged, but he's still moaning and crying very loudly, almost trying to scream. And Sally P hands you a gun, and you take it. And what do you do?
This is how I approached the fawn just now. You don't want to look anybody in the face like that if you don't have to. You just put it where it'll do the job, and you shoot twice. And then you can smell the cordite and the iron in the air. Maybe just the sound of the dead weight, because it's true, things are heavier when there's no life in them. And then you look and you make sure it's done, and you start cleaning up.
Your ears are ringing a little. It's kind of was a enclosed.
Yeah, basement is not the ideal place.
Tony's got his hand on your shoulder, so it's almost like almost fatherly, like you did good. It's also a very strange feeling, because you just killed a man, and as you're doing it, you're taking a look, and you're looking at the guy who's lying there, and he looks up at you again. But this time he's moving, and he's looking at you, and he's going, "Oh, you could have been free at this moment. You could have been free from this life, but this is what you chose. You can be free again if you like, Tony. You just have to kill the other 3. You just have to kill the other 3, or will they kill you? Can you trust any of them? You know what this life is. You want to be free of it. You have secrets. Oh, you have secrets. I'm seeing them now. So many secrets. You want to be free, but the only way, you're doing anything you can to get away from this life. But oh, Oh, the only way you can get away is if you kill the other three.
Keeper, does this voice sound familiar?
It sounds um it sounds a little familiar, but it also sounds ancient, as if it's been the voice of a person that's lived a very, very long, unnatural, almost eternal time. And you're thinking about it. Is Tony the Nose trying to place the voice? Is he trying to think, is this Cervantes? Is this
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking, did his accent have something when he was alive that was older? Or am I
Spanish?
just
And this man, that's the accent is Spanish, but it sounds old. It could be Cervantes, maybe. Um, it's like the voice, but you look at the eyes. You look back at the eyes of the body of your first kill, and now there's Cervantes' eyes. They're that hazel, strange hazel brown with the weird green flecks. It's like almost the same eyes, but not quite. You're remembering this. Is this happening now? But no, you're remembering this. And it just looks and says, if you kill the other three, you can be free. And then he goes, I know you have secrets. Nobody's gonna have secrets. If you tell me one of your secrets, I will tell you one of mine.
can I shake this off?
You can make a sanity check. How about that?
Yeah.
Because this is not normal.
You say. Oh, okay. 39 is good.
You passed. Okay, so it's 1 point. You can shake it off. You can walk away from this. And
Oh, anybody else think that if we pass another hotel, a motel on the way, that we just get off this road and out of the snow and finish this job in the morning after a cup of coffee and some eggs and bacon? Because
Weren't you supposed to meet somebody there?
yeah, but arrangements might have to be adjusted. We don't want to get plowed out of here by AAA with an extra passenger.
Well, we'd know how the weather was going to be if you'd stay on a station for more than 30 seconds there and stuff. And start reporting. Next thing you know, you're tuning off there, and now I got Marie Osmond singing on my radio.
She's got a beautiful voice, She's annoying, but she's got a beautiful voice. They got great teeth, those kids.
I'll
Yeah,
take
but she won't do it until she marries you.
Yeah, if you believe that.
No,
you're
Worse than
driving
Catholics.
along, and there's a sign for one of the exit ramps from the town that there's a gas station. It's not a motel or a hotel or anything, but there is a gas station. If you wanted to stop, you could get off, or you could drive by. It's up to you.
What do you think? A hot coffee, beef jerky, maybe a donut?
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
I can take a leak.
Yeah.
Just walk around and
Yeah,
have
me
a
too.
piss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm ready
see-
for a stop.
Which side's the gas tank on this thing here, Sally?
Well, it's on the right.
All right. Hey, thanks.
Okay, so you
Well,
take that exit, get off the highway. It's not plowed or anything. It's getting bad, but you can do it. I won't make you make a drive roll for it. You've been doing, you did so well with the last one, the extreme, that we'll keep riding that for a bit. So you get to the gas station, and it's looks like it's might be open. Lights are on. There's nobody around. I mean, everybody that lives a normal life is home right now. They've made their way home. It looks like it's open. So if you want to top off the tank with gas, you can do that. There seems to be older guy, looks like one of the local country guys here. up here in upstate New York, and seems to be behind there. He's looking out at you. He's kind of looking at the car. He's not coming out. He doesn't want to come out in the storm, but looks like he's got coffee on. There's some snacks you could buy there if you wanted. There's also like a couple of payphones outside if you needed to make a call to anyone. They're the nice ones too, like the booths where you go in, you put in your dime, or you make your call. And they were pretty solid for people not being able to hear a conversation. Someone should need something like that. So you get into the gas station, and what does everybody do?
We'll pull up, and when I stop the car, I kind of look at the snow piling up, then I look at my shoes, and I kind of worry about them getting, ruined from getting wet and everything. But nothing I can do about that now. I should bought some boots or something. He's like, oh, I'm going to go take a piss and get some coffee. Mikey, you got a leak?
Yeah,
Mike, you ever
You
fill a
think
tank
it's
before?
sure. I'll fill up the tank and get us all coffees, but I got to piss, so I'll go after you.
All right.
I gotta call my sister and tell her that I'm not coming back to town tonight for sure, or I might not be.
Okay. All right. So I get out. I just go walking up to the service station.
Well,
Open the
it's the
door.
old kind. The guy gives you the key for the bathroom. Yeah, they're around back. We got
Ah,
made a fresh pot of coffee if you guys want some.
I appreciate that.
I'll pump the gas.
hmm I'll kind of wait for I'll kind of slow roll my walk because I'm assuming Mikey said he had to pee, and so I'm trying to kind of wait for him.
Yeah.
Try and give him a little eye contact and a knowing, like,
Well, you put the thing in the gas tank and you put the little thing on it and it turns itself off. So as soon as I got the gas going, I'll walk around back too.
What are you doing, Sally?
Uh, I hear what Tony's going to do, and I think that's a good idea. I'm going to go call Gina and just let her know that I'm working late. I'll be home probably tomorrow.
Okay. Okay,
And
so while you're doing that, you're kind of looking around. Um, Tony, let's go to you on the phone. Who are you calling?
I've I was supposed to meet up with my handler tonight, and it's not going to happen. And I guess I want him to know that if I don't show up, if the nose disappears somewhere upstate, that it's Calvacante and his rookie that did the job. I'm not going to say exactly why we're traveling upstate because it gets complicated with the
Mhm.
state's
Okay.
evidence thing. But yeah, I feel like I don't know whether, I don't know what they're up to, but it's obviously bullshit.
Mr. Novenzano, it sounds like you are in a situation where your life could be threatened. Is there anything you need us to do? Where exactly are you? Because we have we have offices in Albany. We have offices. We have connections with the New York State Police
Yeah.
Department. Is there anything that we can do for you, sir? Because I would hate to see this. I would hate to see anything happening. You've been very helpful.
Have we made Kingston yet? Or are we still between Poughkeepsie and Kingston?
You are, let me look at my map here. You guys are in the gas station, which is number E. So you guys are you are around the Kingston area. So you're past Poughkeepsie, definitely past Poughkeepsie. Those are more sort of on the mostly on the other side of the river. You're more in the Catskill area, the area that's more rural, and also or just not really developed because it's the wood. But yeah, so on the map you would be, you're just probably Woodstock is up a little further. You're just sort of a little bit south of Woodstock, the famous Woodstock.
Yeah. So yeah, around it. Yeah. So we're most of the way there. We're not gonna. It's not like the Albany office is going to be of any use. Uh, yeah. I don't know if you're aware of the current weather situation north of New York City, but
Yeah, so yeah, so I heard
uh,
there was a nor'easter. Is that affecting you? Are you guys out in this
yeah,
driving storm?
we made an ill-conceived plan to drive upstate to. They need to eliminate some evidence. Uh,
Huh.
and I don't want to be on the phone too long. I'm going to try to call you
Understood.
if we make a motel room. I'll phone in, and if I don't phone in the morning, I think you should assume the worst and expect that Calvacante is somewhere in the somewhere north of Kingston.
Mr. Novenzano, if you can get away at any point, I highly recommend it.
Yeah. The single vehicle / blizzard complication is definitely limiting my options in that regard.
But
But
where
I'll
are you
keep my
now? You're obviously somewhere. You got a payphone.
Yeah, we're gassing up just outside on the outskirts of the ring around Kingston. Uh,
All right. All right. So try to check in again. Okay. I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna make some calls to the state police, New York State Police.
yeah, well, we
Okay.
don't. I think if you pull us over, there's going to be violence. So I would
I
advise you to
will
move
I will
carefully in that
warn
regard.
I will make the appropriate arrangements. Thank you.
Honestly, my impression is that they intend to hit on Sally P. I think this is all about a hit on Sally P.
And not yourself? Okay. That's probably a good thing. Um,
It's not like they're going to let me walk out.
well, do they have a reason to hit you? I know I know the situation. I know that there's some tension between Sally P and as well as the other capo, what's his name? Tony.
Yeah, it's about Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tony set these boys on us because they knew we'd be alone and vulnerable.
Yeah, so you're
Uh,
with Tony Tomasino's crew. Okay.
yeah,
All right. Good to know. Good to know. I wish you luck. If you can get away, get away. Okay. You can hide somewhere, get away.
ten
But
for that.
call
I don't
again.
know how to survive in a farmhouse overnight, and you leave tracks in the snow.
No. All
I'll
right.
I'll call you. It's going to be all right. I'm going to get
All right.
out.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up. So, who's gone into the store again? Was it Tookie to get coffee after
Well, we
everyone's?
went into
We're,
we went to the
we're
back
headed
to
back
pee.
to the bathroom.
Well, you're in the bathroom now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah,
Did you guys want to have
yeah. Oh,
a
yeah,
Yeah.
moment to
yeah.
converse?
So, yeah.
So
I'm like,
so Tookie, you're the guy with the experience. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, we really didn't count on Tony being here.
I don't know what, why is that guy here? I mean, I like Tony. He's a good dude and stuff,
I think it's
like,
just a fuck up that he got stuck with Sal.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, we can't go back without completing the job. And, if Tony's got to go, so we can complete the job, Tony's got to go. I don't want it to be that way, but
I
that's
mean,
how it's got to
I,
be.
I mean, there's got to be contingencies where we can tell the Tiger that we just couldn't do it without raising too much attention.
No,
I
there's
mean,
not those contingencies, Mikey. We were sent out here to take care of it, and if we got to take care of Tony, then it's better to ask for forgiveness and ask for permission.
I guess. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's like,
is Tony valuable to our crew at all? Oh,
no, not no, he's not, but he's good. He's a good guy. I was hoping to get him over to our crew, but it's like, but
well,
you got to keep it together. You're obviously nervous, and they're picking up on that and stuff. Like what
you
was
know,
what's that shit about that guy talking in the trunk? That dude's fucking dead, man.
I swear to God, I could hear a voice. I don't know, maybe I'm losing it. I think maybe it started after, Sally P started talking about his family. And it's like, I guess we've all got families, but Jesus, sorry.
Hey, hey,
Yeah. It's like, look, Jesus, I don't know. I mean, it's my, I haven't done it before. So,
I know, and
and
you'll get that in
I
your
want to be
gut.
a made man, but I'm not sure that I really want to. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard.
You
And all I
don't
can
think
think
about
about now is maybe he's got kids and a wife. And
it, yeah, but you got to remember, it's you or him.
well, like you
He's got
said,
kids and
you
wife.
just got
You
to
got
get
to,
angry and pull the trigger.
yeah, but not too angry because then you act rashly, and that's when you miss.
Well, he's sitting right next to me. I mean, I don't give a fuck if the inside of his car is obliterated. It's his fucking car.
Yeah, but then we're trapped out here in the weather with brain all over a car.
So
Yeah,
where do we
like,
do it? Do we do it if like Tony says we find ourselves a hotel? I mean, we
yeah,
could pop him there,
I was thinking the Catskills. From what I understand, there ain't much around there.
but we got to have a reason to stop, you
Oh,
know.
I get I could probably get that car to spin out, but we want to be. It's delicate because we do that, then we got a dead body, probably two dead bodies because Tony ain't going to go for it just out of the blue, and now we're out there all alone. Maybe we get to the Pixie.
I don't I have a funny feeling from the two of them we ain't gonna get to the Pixie tonight.
Yeah,
Tony wants to
yeah,
sleep. I can't blame him. I'm like on the edge of my nerves. I got to get some of that coffee.
yeah. Get some coffee and all. He's like going, but worst comes to worst, we'll just take him out. We'll figure out how to get the hell out of here after that.
Maybe you can maybe you can turn Tony to our side and then nobody will care when we put a bullet in Sal's head.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd like that. Hmm.
So I wish we
Gotta
could
get.
just postpone. Maybe we postpone until after the storm.
Wait, we're not postponing. We're getting this done. Else it'll be on your mind for a whole other week. You don't want that.
'Cause I wish we could just sometimes I wish we could just escape all of this, you know?
What are you talking about? This is the life. What you want to be shoveling shit out there or tar like those idiots that are paving the roads and all?
No,
No,
no, no.
exactly, exactly. You don't make good money because you can do something anyone can do. Make good money because you can do stuff that other people aren't willing to do. Trust me on this, kid. Trust me.
I'll follow your lead,
Hmm.
but I gotta rely on you because
All right, let's get going. They're gonna think we're in here like playing with ourselves. We're in here so long.
So do you guys head into the
Yeah,
gas station?
yeah, we
yeah,
going to
we're
get
gonna
some coffee
get
and
some
stuff
coffee.
and snacks.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Are you staying together? You doing different
Yeah.
parts of the store? Just getting some snacks?
Oh, we'll
Yeah, I
probably
mean,
walk. I told him I would get coffee, so I'll head to the coffee, you head to the snacks.
yeah, get some jerky.
And
Yeah,
Sally,
not the really salty stuff though.
No.
No, Sally, you were gonna call your wife in the other payphone.
Yeah.
So what happens when you get a payphone?
So I get in a payphone and I drop in my dime, dial the number.
And who's on the other line?
Uh, Betty.
Yeah.
And like, hey,
Well, hey, Sal, what are you doing?
I'm uh, I'm just working late.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
quite a storm coming in. God, I wouldn't want to be upstate or something. It's all the whole Hudson Valley's gonna be under like they say maybe 3 feet of snow by the time it's all done.
Oh, geez, that's terrible. That's terrible. I wish I was there with you right now, but I'm not.
Fun. Well, when you get back, let's just do something. You think that'd be nice? Let's just go to dinner and just doesn't have to be anything fancy or just go to dinner. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, yeah, maybe you remember that place I took you. What was the name of that place years ago? There's a little place over in Brooklyn I took you
Oh
to.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm talking about? That place.
Oh yeah, I think it was called like Stella's or something. It was really nice. I would love that.
Yeah, yeah. We haven't been there well since then, so let's do that. Let's do
All
that.
right. All right, we'll plan on it. That sounds wonderful. All right, you be safe out there, okay?
Yeah, I'm doing my best. I got Tony's with me, so we should be okay.
Oh good. Oh good. All right. I can't wait to see you, Sal.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
I'll call you tomorrow. I'll call you tomorrow.
That'd be nice. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Hmm.
I'll hang up the phone and I'm gonna kind of watch Tony and catch him as he comes out of his booth.
Hmm. And did you guys want to have another conversation, like follow up on earlier while they're in getting their coffees?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on mute.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Hmm.
Sally P, I think we're in a situation. What do you think?
Oh yeah, we're in a big situation. I think Tiger sent these two up here to knock me off.
Yeah. I, I figure that as nice as it would be in some ways to just pop the fuckers as they come out of the gas station, we'd have to kill the old guy inside.
Yeah.
Uh, but I don't love being in the car with him again. I didn't even love him driving. At first, I thought at least he couldn't pull out a piece while he's driving, but he might pull some other shit. He's a better driver than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm hmm. I'm wondering.
I mean, the kid's chicken shit. We can scare him off.
I'm not worried about Mikey. Well, I am worried about Mikey because he might do something stupid.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just wondering, maybe we could work out a thing and pin it on them. Maybe we could get away, call the cops. They catch him with of course, it's my car.
Yeah, the cop, Sally, seems like a dangerous play.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we got rules within rules within rules, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if Tony's trying to knock you off and Paulie doesn't know about it, that's one thing. If you set Tony's guys up, then Paulie's gonna jump down your throat with, boots.
Probably.
No, if we hit him, we can get rid of him and make it. I mean, who knows what? It's a dark and stormy night.
Accidents happen in dark and stormy nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it could look like an accident, that would be ideal.
All right. Uh, we there's a couple of small bridges before the Hudson Bridge, right?
Yep.
I'm going to tell you a plot now that they are not hearing.
Okay.
I got I got a notion. Um, you're in the back seat with the nervous kid.
Yeah.
Maybe you start to hear the dead guy wake up. So we have to pull off on a dark side road and open up the trunk.
I like it. I
And
like
then
it.
you've got the kid in the back solo, and I'm up front with Tookie. There's no witnesses. It's very hard to conspire under Zoom circumstances, is what I'm finding. The difference between 82 and 25.
Yep.
No element of surprise.
I think that's a good plan. Just kind of give me a signal.
We're going to cross the old bridge, the one, the ghost bridge
Ah, yeah,
up
yeah.
by Newburgh.
Okay. Okay. I could do this.
Tookie, I'm having a very strange premonition.
Oh yeah. I think Sally P. He likes these pickles, right? We gotta get him what. We'll get him at
Yeah,
least
can be a
what his
pickle.
We'll get him a meal he likes. At least we could do that way. That'll make you feel a little bit better there, Mikey. You can think about it, the joy he had as he ate that hot mama. Let's go. Get the hell out of here. Thank you, sir.
Have a
Wait till
good
the
night.
shop.
You guys get off the road as soon as you can. We got a nor'easter out there. And it's like that upstate New York accent. So it's
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks, because we're all going toward the car. I assume the old guys,
hmm
like, we couldn't agree more. Where's the nearest motel that you would recommend? Is there any
Oh
place
man,
around here at all?
I don't even know if they're going to be open on a night like this. I think maybe I takes a look. He's looking at the map, which is really the keeper looking at the map. He's taking a look here. You guys, yeah, you're not too far from. I mean, you could pull over. I mean, it's pretty much once you get past here, it's desolate farmland, and it's and then there's really nowhere to stay. There's like I think if you go up towards you go further up, you can go to like the Catskill area, Cairo. I know they have some motels there.
Yeah,
Really,
little more. Once
really
it gets
when
a
it
little more
becomes
touristy.
civilized again, once you get out of the woody area, the Catskill area here. So yeah, you
Oh,
might be a while. I mean, you always sleep in the car. I
yeah, it's gonna get chilly. We got fresh coffee from me. We're gonna just make it on through. Thanks a
all
lot,
right. Well, you guys be safe. All right. God bless you.
and you, Mac.
Have a good night.
Hmm.
Uh,
Great. Hell of a night. Got you that
yeah,
pickle you like there, Sally P. There you go.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Tookie, you feeling fresh, or you want me to take over the wheel for a minute?
I kind of enjoy driving and stuff. It keeps you focused and all.
I did
You
nod
ever
off a
notice?
little bit.
Yeah, that snow coming at you. It's like that Empire Strikes Back movie. When they're flying fast. That's what it kind of looked like to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little spellbinding. Just don't. Yeah, I assume at this point in the night, at least, the animals are going to be hunkered down themselves, and no
Yeah.
more Bambis are going to run in front of the car. They're dug in. All right. I'm happy. This coffee's a little burnt, but considering what a shithole we're in, it's not that bad. Little maple donut, ready for the road. We're and I know it's you guys haven't been up before, but we're making progress. We're most of the way there.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Oh,
We're glad to get in a soft bed.
Uh, it's pretty lumpy, but I mean, honestly, the upholstery here is much finer. But you know, it's a bed, and we'll get covered with snow during the night. So,
All right. So you guys are going to head back out on the road on the main highway up the Taconic State Parkway. Keep going on your journey. Driving along. Tookie's still driving, and it's really coming down now. I mean,
yeah,
it's almost
probably
getting
go.
to be.
I'm
You're
under
going.
the speed limit.
You're
Yeah,
going a little under. You're going under. It really is a mess right now. I mean, you can do this still. It's just you got to be careful. It's not your typical conditions, and it's getting pretty nasty. And again,
also, Tookie, I should mention, if we get near any bodies of water, there's ice when the bridges form because it's a whole different. Like the wet makes it different, so you got to really crawl across any bridge.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I'd heard that. I never understood the science behind it and stuff. That's that egghead shit.
Yeah, it's like wind going under, and it's wet because I don't know. I just know I've seen it. Like in the city and like in Soho, on the slate sidewalks when you get the black ice, and it looks just like the slate, and you fall right in your fucking tuchus.
Oh,
That.
yeah.
so you're going along. You're now in like Columbia County. You're getting there. You're much closer to your destination than you were before. And it's the same thing, the constant whirling, the snow panels. And now Tookie, you're seeing it. It's very hypnotic. It's just kind of you're in a thing. You're white knuckling it a bit, because you're a good driver, and you are, but you're not used to this, and I don't think most people do. So you're holding on there, and you look out, and you find yourself, and you're driving, and all of a sudden you're coming out of the bathroom again at the gas station. You see yourself doing that, like you did earlier. But you look out into the woods that's around there, and you're a good Catholic, right? I know, despite what you do, you are a good Catholic in your heart, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Don't take
Very familiar with the catechisms. You know your saints. You know the different saints. You know their life stories. You read those sometimes for fun. So you're looking out into the woods, and you see a figure standing there, and there's a bright light around it. And you recognize it from a book you read when you were a kid. This is Saint Julian. And Saint Julian was the patron saint of murderers. And he's looking at you, and he's going, Tookie. And he blesses you. And he looks, and he goes, Tookie, you know you can get away. You know you can. You need to kill the other three. You cannot trust them. They are not men of faith. They're just common criminals, murderers. You're better than that. You can get out of this if you want. You just have to kill the other three. And with that, I want you to make a sanity check.
Okay. Oh God, 97. That's a fail.
Okay. So lose 1d3.
Okay. Oh, 3.
All right. I want you to make a drive check now as you're kind of snapping out of this realization that something is not right here.
Oh yeah. The good dice went away. That's a fail.
You notice that as you're driving, because you're not paying attention, you're in the zone, you've gone off the road. You're going off the road. You don't even get that sound like when you're like snoozing and going up the highway because there's just so much snow now on this thing. So you're going off the road, but fortunately you're right in an area that you're in the grass, but you're going into like kind of like a snowbank almost. The plow must have come through going the other way.
Yeah.
Saves you from anything major, but the car is stuck now.
Mm-hmm.
And all the other guys, you notice this. It's like he was asleep and now he's awake. And you guys are going off the road.
Oh, shit.
I fucking asked you if you wanted me to take over driving. It's been what? It hasn't been 20 fucking minutes.
It had to be it's
do you think
decaf coffee. It had to be decaf. Wait, I was like,
well, you know what? Do you think we have a snow shovel in the back with the dead fucking guy?
no, I don't.
You were correct. You were correct in this. We do not want to attract any attention. Is that something that's obvious to you, Tookie?
Yes, it's fucking obvious, Tony. I got it. Jesus,
So
you'd pick out something besides white noise static. Maybe I could have stayed awake.
if you want to listen to fucking disco, you can listen to fucking disco all night if it'll keep you on the road. Okay, sorry.
You guys are kind of stopped now.
Yeah, kinda.
Well,
fucking
definitely
country.
stop now. Do you want to? You can get the doors open if you want to step out, take a look at the situation, see what's going on.
I'll step out to look at the situation.
Mikey, how far have you been from Avenue M on your life?
I live in Long Island and Queens. I mean, I know how cars work, for crying out loud.
You've had snow.
Yeah. So I'll get out and just see what the situation is. This end's buried in the snow bank.
So, Mikey, you get out of the car and taking a look, and you see that you could probably, it's gonna suck, but like at least if all of you help, you can probably push this damn thing back onto the road.
Yeah, we can dig this out a little here. It's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. It sucks already. All right. We need Sally, is there anything in the trunk other than our friend? We got a tire iron, we got a spare. Is there anything?
Use the tire iron to at least get rid of the compacted snow and
I mean, I kind of emptied out most of the things out of the trunk for this job. But I would figure that since it's winter time, I would have something else in the trunk of the car that would be winter.
Window scraper.
Window scrapers.
Scraper, the brush. You probably, you're a car enthusiast. You got the top of the line one, the one with the extension if you need it. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. And so I've got that in there.
So what we need to do, right, is we need to clear around the tires and then get some brush, right, from the forest line. We can shove some wood in front of the tires so they get some purchase.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to make a no roll, or everyone can make a no roll, I'll give you an upstate New York tip for free.
I got an extreme.
Nice. Then you would know. You would know this. Not like it just being a regular upstate New Yorker, but a Buffalo upstate New Yorker. You will know this. You probably put some cardboard down because you don't want to ruin the interior of your car before you put that body. Like you prep this thing, right? So you got this cardboard. If you take that flat cardboard and put it under the front tires, you could probably drive yourself out of this thing.
Probably back tires. It's probably rear-wheel drive car.
Whichever side that you need it. I didn't even think of that. That's good. But you can definitely, put the cardboard down and just it'll get you back on the road.
And we also got the floor mats too. We could throw out there if we need to do that.
But also, I'm trying to get Tookie and Mikey into the woods to collect some brush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cookie,
But
I
yeah,
got a weird
Well,
premonition all of a
why don't
sudden.
you want me to yeah, you want me to pop how you pop that trunk there, Sally?
uh,
That's probably just to push the button
yeah. There's a
to Cadillac.
there's
Yeah.
it's a Cadillac. It would have a button push
Pop.
Yeah,
in it.
it worked
It
perfect.
might need a little push because there might be ice along the seam, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
automatic.
I'm going to stand back a little because I'm afraid that the dead guy who's been talking to me is going to jump out. But yeah, like this.
And I'm still sitting in the driver's seat and stuff because I'm kind of like hoping that Sally P gets out to go to his trunk.
I'll pop the trunk
God damn
because
Sally.
I'm ready to start digging it out so that we can go like a dumb kid.
Hmm.
So, Cookie, I guess I'm going to take over driving now, right? You know,
Yeah,
Sally
yeah,
had his fuck up, you had your fuck up. Now I get my fuck
yeah.
up.
We just cycle around. We don't need Mickey in the driver's
Hopefully,
seat.
we won't get her all the way around to Mikey because we're getting really relatively close. We just got to get across the river now.
Hmm. You're talking about
Uh,
getting some branches. You want to go get some branches together?
yeah, let's go get some branches.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Just some dead wood,
yeah,
I don't know why I thought I could wear these shoes.
mine's
These are
already ruined.
fucking nice shoes, man.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do? This is why I
Donna,
hate the country. You know,
Donna
Tookie,
told me
if
to
I had
seal it.
my choice, I
So
had
you
my choice. I
so
wouldn't be
you
driving
two are
up.
gonna like step away and go into the woods together.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and
all
of
right,
course
so you could
I'm going to be
And
looking
I'm
to where St. Julian. I saw St. Julian when I first get out. My eyes are going to be involuntarily kind of drawn to that spot for a
Mhm.
look again. But
so you take a look over there and
Mhm.
yeah, and seems all right, but Tony, when you're looking, in the woods, you see some figures and they don't say anything, but they walk. There's like you see some guys walking through the woods. It just kind of stops you for a minute, and they turn around and they look at you, and you're seeing the faces of guys that you killed years ago, and then they just walk away out of the woods.
Hate,
Disappear.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, Tookie, I hate trees and darkness.
Yeah.
You know?
So, hey, Tony, when did you get added onto this little trip, man? It was just supposed to be Sally.
Well, Sally doesn't really do hits anymore. I'm usually his hit guy.
Yeah. He's like,
Was it
what
a
you what?
surprise?
Yeah, it was. I mean, like, what do you feel about Sally, man? He's been kind of acting a little shaky lately.
What are you talking about?
Well, we all got a side piece and all, but I'll be honest with you. Me and Mikey, we got ordered to come along. To the Tiger's worried about Sally. You know, and I like you,
Okay.
Tony. I like you, Tony.
I think you're a solid guy, Tookie. If if the Tony is worried about Sally P, doesn't he take that before Paulie for some kind of colloquy, if you
I
will?
I don't get involved in what the keeper is called the capo.
Um,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
would know. Tookie would know that Big Paulie is has given his blessing to
Okay,
what
yeah. That's what I
Tony
thought. I just
Packer
didn't want to speak out. Yeah, so
needed.
I, they did. I mean, like we wouldn't be we believe me, I wouldn't be starting a interfamily conflict with if I didn't have the both the big guys approval on this and all. It's just business, man.
it's it's bad business, Took. I gotta say.
Yeah,
Sorry to hear
well,
that.
me too. I mean, believe me, I wanted Mikey's first hit to be be a Sally, but it's how it is. You know, I ain't going down.
Uh,
If we come back with Sally. Me and Mikey, we're gonna be done.
I guess that means we're at a bit of an impasse, so Tookie.
Yeah,
I mean, Sally P had his hand on my shoulder when I made bones. So, it's not a bond easily broken, right?
no, no, it's not at all. Hate to
Uh,
see you here.
it gives us that puts us in a fuck of a conundrum, I'd say.
Hmm.
I think we can agree about one thing, which is that none of us wants to freeze to death on this shithole road in the middle of butt fuck nowhere.
You're eloquent as ever, but yes, you're hell of right with that.
So we get the vehicle out. I don't know. Do you ever have a fucking voice in your head that tells you to do dumb shit?
Sometimes, recently actually,
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe,
right before I hit that snowbank.
oh yeah, that
Yeah,
would be distracting.
yeah.
Well, uh, you know, I don't know how we arrange the vehicle given this understanding. Uh, do you think Mikey is just gonna lose his nerve and start shooting willy-nilly?
Yeah, he's a good kid, but we all remember our first, and yeah,
Yeah.
it ain't like the movies where you think you're gonna be big and tough and go Lone Ranger on it.
I got the tires cleared.
Good work, kid. Honestly, between you and me, Dominic, knowing that one of us is going to get his head on a spike, I think we should play cards for it.
Hmm.
At least it's like a duel. There's a little bit of honor left in it. Because I let Sally go that I'm a fucking rat.
Yeah. Uh,
And you don't do your Tony's, job, then you're a fucking rat. And we all hate fucking rats.
that is true. Hmm. You got a
So,
deck?
oh fuck. Sally P's got 9 decks in the glove compartment, and at least 3 of them are straight.
Oh, make sure we get one of the straight ones then.
Yeah.
Well, gonna I'm gonna take a quick leak here. Keeper, do you mind if I take a bio break?
Certainly. Does everyone need a
All
bio
right,
break?
go find me
Yes,
a tree
please.
here.
Quick, everyone find a tree.
Find a tree. All right. All right. So let's go back to the car and see what Mikey and Sally P are up to there. You're going in the trunk, I believe.
Yeah, I pop open the trunk and see if the window scraper is there. I mean, there's the body. Obviously, you said it's wrapped in trash
Dead
bags.
body. I mean, you want to check, you could peek under the thing and see.
Well, I stare at it for a couple of seconds to see if it's moving,
Done.
but I don't see anything. Right.
And as Mikey's looking in the car or in the trunk, I kind of goose him a little bit.
Jesus Christ! Sorry. Oh, I don't care if I say that around you. You don't care. Don't tell Tookie I said the Lord's name in vain.
No, I
A
won't
good
tell him.
Catholic.
Sorry, just having a little fun with you. It's your first kind of outing like this, isn't it?
Well, I've seen dead bodies before, but
Yeah.
uh I guess the sound of the car on the road and the ice and the snow and it was making weird noises. And you know how your mind plays tricks on you.
Oh
Sounds like a
yeah.
voice talking to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It happens, you know. You get used to it after a
I knew
while.
this I knew this girl back in college. She said that sounded like the ceiling fans were talking to her. They were
Uh,
whispering to her. I was like,
yeah.
she's fucking crazy. Here's the scraper. I'm gonna scrape the snow out from under the tires so
Yeah.
we can they're out there getting brush.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you got a family, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a wife and some kids. They're great.
How many kids?
Got three, all girls. I'm outnumbered.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna have to fight off the boys when they get old enough.
God, don't worry,
Be
have to
awful
worry
if
about that.
be
I can
awful if
handle
you
it.
couldn't.
Yeah. So what's the
Uh
deal, Mikey? What's brought you guys out here?
I don't know. I just do what I'm told.
Yeah.
Get in the car, go, take instructions. Uh yeah, three kids. That's a lot of kids.
You know.
Uh How old are they?
Well, my oldest is just about starting high school, and I got uh, one in middle school and one in elementary school.
They're pretty young.
Yeah.
They uh they love their daddy, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Although the older one, she's getting older and doesn't really want to have much to do with me anymore. Uh,
Yeah,
so
but I've been told that passes. They get into
yeah.
that late teenage and they don't like their parents, and then when they get into their 20s they realize their parents were right all along, and they become friends again.
Oh, yeah, I try. I try to raise them right.
All
Be
right, so you
awful
guys
not
are.
to
Oh, go ahead.
it would be awful not to be there when all that happens. I don't have any kids myself.
Do you not? Well, maybe someday when you do have kids yourself, you'll understand, that you'd do anything for them.
Yeah. Well, I got this just about done. Hey guys, I got the wheels cleared.
So so that you guys come back with the branches, just kind
Yeah.
of putting them down, just trying to get yourself some traction and everything, and you're able to get the car back on the road. But the road is really not in great condition. You're going to be going slow, and there's been no plows. There's been no traffic, no plows. You've seen nothing. You've seen nothing while you're going through here. And so you're back in the car. I imagine if you decide to move on from here.
I'm driving,
Tony's now driving.
and it's totally maintenance driving. Like I'm not speed limit is not a meaningful thing at this point. What we are trying to do is not slide into or off of anything.
Mhm.
Uh, and I'm glad we got some extra gas because, of course, every once in a while the wheels are just going on nothing,
Mhm.
and you look for a grade, a bump, you look for something to grab a hold of and move on. Uh, and
Who's in the front seat with you?
I figured I was.
yeah, I think we've rotated the front. So you're in charge of the radio. Talk,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the weather report at this point is going to surprise us.
No, we'll be lucky to really get much on the AM with these storms anyway.
Yeah, I think we're not going to have a surprise until we make our way to the Pixie. Although, before that, we're going to cross a couple of bodies of water. The kids in the back, okay? Got enough jerky, not too much?
So you're thinking, with the speed you're going, you're being really careful. You probably got about an hour to get to the Pixie, maybe. Yeah. You've got, like you said, you've got a couple of the bridges you're going to have to cross to get over. Now, speaking of the Pixie, you all know why you're going there. This is an arrangement you have with the owner of the Pixie Motel, where this is where you take care of the body. Now the Pixie Motel, the plan is always the same. It is completely vacant. The family isn't even there that runs it. They know not to be there when you're using it. So it'll be completely empty, but the sign will be on it. It will say no, it'll say no vacancy, even though the rooms are all clear of any guests. There's no witnesses up there. This is like a Catskill sort of place that people normally go to when they stay in the Catskills. And it's not the nicest motel you've ever seen, but it's not bad either, and it's certainly beautiful scenery. So the Pixie Motel, it's got the information where it is in Cairo. You're basically going to be getting off the Taconic Parkway, taking this New York 145 that gets you into Cairo. Basically, there'll be an exit to get off. What you know about it, there's a crawl space underneath the areas, the living areas that you've used on a couple occasions to bury some bodies, basically. The arrangement is that there's usually it's already dug out. You just have to put it in and cover it up. There should be, when you get there, one open grave site, and this is the way it normally works. So this is what you're expecting when you get there. You're still driving along and you're hearing things. It's just deadly quiet outside. That sound of you're in the car, you hear the motor, but everything outside is just so deadly quiet. You hear the wind pick up once in a while. You know how when the snow, as it's building up, it starts to muffle things and sound, and it's just that creepy feeling that you're all alone, even though the four of you are in this car, and your mind's, you're trying to concentrate on the goal. You're almost there. Your minds are wandering, and that voice, like each of you, it comes to you, and it's saying things like, you just have to kill the other three and you will be free. It says that to each of you at least once more as you're going through, and then it starts to encourage you to get to the Pixie Motel. That's where you need to be, but you need to finish each other off. It's the same thing. I'm not going to make you make a sanity check for it right now, but it's getting to you. So as you're driving, you finally get to that first bridge you were talking about, and Tony's driving now. You're at that bridge you were talking about earlier, and going across it very slowly, like you were talking about, because of how the ice will form, with the wind going underneath, cooling it.
Keep an eye on your side, Duck. We don't want to just slide into a freezing river.
The
So now that we're at the bridge, why don't if you're driving, Tookie, why don't you make a drive roll? I haven't had Jeff make one yet. See how you do.
Tony rolled an 01 under his 16.
So you,
I'm gonna miss that roll later.
You're doing great. I mean, you've got this. You're an experienced driver.
I'm a good driver, and I hate country driving, and I hate the winter. So I've combined my forces.
Yes.
It's just fucking every inch of this. I've got this.
You could keep crossing this bridge safely. You can stop the car if you like. With an 01, you're pretty much in good shape with your driving skills from here at this point to the Pixie. What do you guys want to do? I know there was some discussion about the bridge.
I'm
going
gonna
to
keep
Pixie.
I'm gonna keep to the what I think is the plan,
Mhm.
and I'll look over at Mikey, and I'll say, "Damn it, Mikey! I think you were right. I think there is some
What?
sounds in the trunk."
Holy crap. I mean, I was right there. I opened up the trunk. I didn't see anything moving, but
Yeah, I don't know, but I
I
swear
mean,
I hear something in the trunk.
maybe Tony, you strangled him, but you just knocked him out.
Dead guys are dead. We're getting close. Uh,
But Sal can hear it now.
And Sal, you do hear he's whispering, almost laughing. You know you can't trust any of them. You have to kill them all. Tony, your friend Tony, is he really your friend? Can you trust him?
so, Phil, you think you hear something we need to stop for?
Yeah, let's stop. Let's just look. Just
You know, so
amuse me.
there's side shit off both ends of the bridge, right? So let me
Yeah.
get across the waterway, and I'll pull over if you think you hear something. I mean, it could just be the tires on the bridge, right?
I mean, it could be, but it might be
Right.
worth a stop.
Hell,
Look,
once we get this close, it's all right to take a minute. I'll just pull over for a second. You can have a look, whatever.
I mean, Sal and I were talking about it, and sometimes noises can sound like voices, but now he's hearing it. It's got a Spanish accent, which is weird.
What, the noise and the thumping in the trunk has an accent? What
No,
the
it's
fuck?
talking. I can hear it talking.
Yeah,
Sal, you hear it talking?
I do. I hear something talking out of the trunk. It's weird.
What?
And
What's it saying?
in your head, Tony, you hear a voice. Oh, you know all about talking, don't you, Tony? You know they know you're the rat. That's the reason they're here. You're the one that's been talking to the feds, and they all know it. They're gonna kill you. So you need to kill them before they kill you. If you kill the other three, you will finally be free, Tom. And that's the voice you hear. And again, maybe it's the trunk. Maybe it's all in your head.
I think we needed to stop the car and take a look. Maybe put a bullet in whatever it is its head.
I mean, I'm not. You might take it out just to not make a big mess in the Cadillac, by which I mean evidence. But
Hey, wait a second. Didn't you say that the guy laughed at you while you strangled him?
I did not say that. What I said was he didn't look scared the way he oughta. But I think he was just hopped up on his own shit. I think maybe the guy was a secret smackhead, and that's why we had to shake him loose. That's all. You ever see what do they call them? They call them shoe inspectors, right? A guy who's so full of smack, he can bend over sideways and look at his own feet, but he doesn't fall over because his brain is fucking gone on the horse. You know, it's a terrible thing, drugs, you know? That's why I'm not brokenhearted about Cervantes back there.
Let's talk a second about this drug that Sally P got off Cervantes back in 75. The drug that made the family a lot of money. This is something Cervantes that only he knew how to make. And it was the street name was called Parakeet. And people in the clubs, they loved this stuff. It was mind altering for them. It was a base of like ketamine, like Special K, and he had his own. The guy was like a chemist. He had his own stuff that he added to it. It was that street name Parakeet was what it was. He mentioned something that he used extracts from plants once to use this Black Lotus, and put these chemicals together. But the club people loved it. They loved it during the disco, going to the Studio 54. They didn't want cocaine. This is what they wanted. And that's what he used to make. So that's the drug that no more, that is no more, that you won't be selling because of the crackdown by the government. And do you stop the car? Do you decide to stop the car and check the trunk?
Yeah, on the other side of the bridge, I'm gonna make sure I'm not pulling into a wall of snow,
Yeah.
but
I'll say that you can successfully pull the car over. I mean, you had an extreme '01 with driving, so you're covered.
we've been driving like motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And
It never happens.
it could be a break too. I mean, it's like white knuckle driving here. This is that you have to be active every minute. Your mind has to be focused, but
Well,
your
and-
mind's not focused because you keep hearing that voice. I told you all you would be able to live the lives you want if you just kill the other three. You don't even know who I am. You haven't asked.
I mean, he's saying a whole bunch of shit. Do you hear it?
So he talks to you, Mikey. He goes, "Oh, Mikey, you are another one who talks shit, aren't you? Yeah. What if they knew who you really were?
Whoever you are, you're dead." I'm
Oh,
freaking
no, I
out.
am not. I am eternal. I am Alandro the Eternal." And you all hear that.
Man.
It's in your head. It's in your head, Mikey, and then it goes to everyone else's head. You all hear it at the same time, but it's not coming from the trunk. It's all in your head. I am Alandro the Eternal.
The Eternal. And I said that out loud.
It's Alondro the Eternal. Did you hear that?
I'm smashing the radio. Like, what the fuck is that noise?
The guy in the trunk. It's got to be the guy in the trunk. He was a witch or something.
You know,
And then he starts
I thought you were
getting
full of
into
shit.
each of your heads.
Yeah.
He starts getting into each of your heads individually again. He's like, Tookie, how well do you know Mikey? You love this kid, but he starts showing you visions of him. And he's a little more clean cut. He looks a little more together. And he turns around and he's got like a shoulder holster. He's got a white shirt on, a tie, and then hanging on a thing, you see this badge. That's an NYPD badge. What have you let into the family? What have you done? You have to kill the other three so no one will ever know, Tookie. What have you let into this family?
Kind of, I'll give Mikey kind of like that side eye, suspicious glance. You look at him. It's like,
Cookie, what do we do? Tell me what to do.
he's like, let's go check the trunk. Tony, can you pop that trunk?
You do it from the outside. Just pop it. Yeah.
I could. Yeah, I press the button again. I put the ice on there.
You're pressing the button to open the trunk, and inside your head, Tony, you go, "They all know you're the rat. You're the one selling them out to the feds. They all know. I could tell them, you heard me. You heard me speak to all of you at once, but you could kill all three of them, and you would be free. The life you want to live, you don't want this life anymore, but this is the only way to be free." Sally, he's coming to you. He goes, "No, you know who you truly love. You love your daughters, but you love Betty. Don't you want to see Betty again? The only way you're getting out of this alive is if you kill the other three. You have to. You have to."
Once we're stopped, I'm jumping out.
Okay.
I get out too.
I'm also pulling my gun, pointing it at the trunk.
Yeah. I go, and as we're walking back there, I was like going, Mickey, you gotta always watch out for the pigs. You know what I'm talking about?
What pigs?
The pigs, you know, coppers.
What the hell are you talking about coppers for? We're talking about what the hell's going on with this voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You open it and I'll cover you.
You'll
What is
cover
it?
me
Mikey,
from the dead?
Mikey, you could
Dude, you're my best friend.
situation. You can get out of this situation. You know you can. You can kill the three of them. You're the good guy.
So when we get back there, I kind of like keep an eye on Mikey. I kind of use my foot and kind of kick the trunk to open.
Sally. He's not your friend. He's not here. He'll sell you out to them. And he's been selling you out all along. You know that Tony's the rat. He's the rat. Kill the three of them and no one will know that you let the rat in.
Sally P, do we want to let him just look in the trunk and then pop them when they come back to the car? The nice thing about being close to this running water is that if we push their bodies off the edge of the bridge, they might actually not be linked to us.
Yeah, Tony, I think that's a great idea. Let's do that.
We're all getting out of the car. I know Mikey has his gun drawn.
I'm pointing at the trunk.
I'm not getting out. I'm staying in the driver's seat. I'm waiting for them to come back.
Okay.
But I think, Sally, we should keep an eye on them as they return, but just not show them our piece.
Maybe.
Tookie, do you have your gun out, Tookie, or was it just Mikey that was pointing at
Just Mikey does right now.
And okay.
Mm-hmm.
Trunk is popped. The body's just lying there. It's covered.
Shut up, dead guy. Shut up.
I take a kind of a step back, trying to get kind of out of Tookie's peripheral vision.
You meet your Tookie.
Oh, out of Mikey's, out of Mikey's peripheral vision.
Get back here.
Yeah. And when he starts saying that, I'm going to try and pull my gun out and aim it at his head, at Mikey's head.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So looks like so it's going to be surprise, obviously, because unless Mikey has you're concentrating on the body. You're terrified of this thing because you know there's something with this body. So I'm going to see
more to it than that, but yeah.
Okay. There's more to it. Yes. But so Tookie, you're gonna get surprise if you want to fire, and you're point blank. If you want to do if that's what your intention is, you can roll the fire.
Okay.
Do you want to roll? Are you gonna do two tap, or just one?
Just one to the back of his skull is my aim point.
Okay. So I think since you have surprise, you get advantage on that.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But called shot, is that?
Yeah.
It's a call shot, so would that wipe it out? So okay, so it's just a regular roll. Okay,
yep,
that makes sense.
Fine. All right. I go, this is what pigs get. And 15.
Oh.
And I'll spend 4 to make it an extreme.
Oh.
Never to trust from now on. I loved you, Tookie. I loved you, and you're.
My tear froze as I.
I've eaten dinner at your house.
Icicle.
Yeah.
So roll the damage.
Yeah. So if I take it an extreme, that's 12 plus 1d10 plus 2. Yeah. So that would be. Basically,
everything goes black and all the music stops.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just like the Sopranos. And Mikey Caruso. Mikey Caruso is no more. And the voice comes into your head, Tookie. Good. He wasn't your friend. That's Detective.
That's right.
That was Detective Vincent DeMarco from the NYPD. He's been They will find out, though. The other two will find out that you let an NYPD pig into the family for 4 years. You need to eliminate the other two. So back in the car, Sally and Tony.
Yeah.
You've been
Fucking
talking. You want to
shot.
take it as. So you guys have your guns out, right? You heard the gunshot. What are you how do you react? You've got your guns out, I know, but how do you react to the gunshot?
What is this, selling door and door?
Yeah.
He's got to
you
show
go-
himself. Or do we drive away? The fucker's left there with a dead body in the middle of fucking nowhere. Gonna freeze his
Yeah.
ass off.
He is. He's good as dead.
Slam it and but we
Who-
can't
who's
go that
driving?
fast. We actually can't go that fast. I'm like, whoa, we're gonna run away. No, we
It's
can't.
going to
We're
be
gonna
a slow speed chip. Yeah.
It's okay. That's okay. You drive. I'll cover us.
Okay,
No, you
so
can't see out the back because the trunk is up, because they didn't close the trunk.
Yeah.
I don't think Tookie's going to do that as a kind service to you.
Probably
Close the
not.
trunk.
Jesus,
So you're gonna drive the car forward.
it's your call, Sally P.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm pulling back out of this little
He wants
cul-de-sac.
to get you alone. He wants to get you alone to kill you because he's the rat. So you're gonna go forward.
Yeah, I'm pulling out of the cul-de-sac.
So you guys are pulling out the bridge, getting out of that little cul-de-sac to get out to the road. Dominic or Tookie, are you going to fire? And you're on mute.
Damn it! I was. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to be as soon as Mikey falls down. My intent was to start shooting at them also. So as soon as they start moving, I'm going to just start aiming. I know I'll be kind of shooting through the trunk lid or whatever you would call it.
Mhm.
But I'm going to just do the 3 shots. Just
Boom, boom, boom. 3 shots through the lid. Okay, so let's do that.
Where's the driver?
Just more. I'm just kind of unloading on it. As that. Where's
So
that?
do you
'Cause
want
I
to
can't
roll? You're gonna do 3 shots. I'm trying to figure out the down.
I say double
Um,
penalty die because it's 3 shots. You get a penalty
Yeah, I
for
think it's
each, and then
double penalty.
then I can't
Yeah.
even see in. So I'm just
Yeah.
firing. All right. Okay. That one's a fail because it was a 90 something.
Nope.
That's a 90 something. Come on, last shot, baby. Come on. Oh, okay. And I got to roll my second penalty die. Fuck!
Well, 3 shots to get the car. Doesn't hit the 2 occupants with inside.
Yeah.
Pulling away at a slow speed. Yet probably a little adrenaline, a little faster than you can run, but not much.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
You fucking pigs! You fucking pigs!
Can I have an opportunity to shoot back at Tookie?
you certainly may.
Okay.
If you want me to go a little bit to the left or right to open up an angle for you, just say. It's
Okay.
easy to swerve.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to lean out the window if I can and shoot back at Tookie. And I will also do 3 shots. And that's a penalty with each one, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was a failure. Okay. Yeah. No, I completely miss all 3 times as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you're pulling ahead. You've left him there with the dead body. What do you do now? You still did you go back over the bridge or did you just keep going forward from
My I didn't want the adventure to begin, if you will, until we gotten over the bridge,
Okay.
because you don't want to get stuck on the wrong side. So
Yeah.
we crossed to the correct side of the Hudson to get to the Pixie Motel.
Are you gonna?
There's the drive, there's the sort of turnaround area by the bridge. We had our
Mhm.
incident there. Now we've left a guy who's
Hmm.
hopefully going to freeze to death and a dumb corpse behind. And we're going to still have a shit ton of trouble with the family if we survive this. But we might survive this and get out of state if we can just make it to the goddamn motel, is my thinking. Sally?
You're gonna go to the hotel, the motel, the Pixie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get to the hotel. Let's stick to the plan. We'll get rid of this guy in the trunk, and then we'll figure out next steps.
Okay, so you get to the Pixie and it's everything, no incidents. Obviously, the weather's crappy. It's absolutely, you're here. It would probably took you several hours, like 3 or 4 hours to maybe walk there. You guys, it takes about 30
It's not gonna
minutes.
He was wearing beautiful Italian shoes, a silk suit, and if he survives an hour,
Yeah,
I'll buy you a watch.
I'm in bad shape.
It would be difficult to do. And he doesn't know you're going there. You're probably assuming you are, but so you guys get to the Pixie Motel and it's exactly set up the way it's supposed to be. The no vacancy sign is on. The house is empty, lights out, the owners, and there's just in the back. I sent the picture earlier of the Pixie Motel layout, the classified ad thing. That was kind of cool. And then you've got the body to put in the crawl space.
I have to
And
say, Sally, I hate this. Usually when we come up here, it's not leaving a million indicators of every place we've been. We don't have evidence in the trunk and the front of the car and everything.
Yeah.
So we went up, but we have to pull in, right? We've got to go to the space. So just put it in and dig it and go away.
Yeah, let's take a body inside. Obviously this has been kind of a shit show, but it is what it is. We'll fix it later. We'll dispose of the body.
Do you think
we'll-
Calvacante was right about his rookie being a narc?
Fuck if I know. I don't know. I don't know. I
then
don't know.
that voice that you've heard all night long comes back. It's like, oh, Sally P. It's just in your head, Sally P. There's plenty of guilt to go around. You know, you've seen it. And he's showing you a picture of Tony the Nose. Before this big meeting that you had, he's by himself, he's getting ready, and he is taping on a wire. And you can see it clear as day. And you think about it, and like the things that were discussed in that meeting that somehow the federal government knew, it was either him or the big guy, Big Paulie Provenzano. One of those two has to be Brad. It was just three of them. And Alonzo the Eternal is showing you him, showing you Tony as he tapes the wire to his chest. Looks a little nervous, covers it up, and goes to pick it up for the movie. Who else could it be? If you kill him, you could be free. Meanwhile, Tony, he knows you're that. He knows that you are the one who's been feeding the information to the feds. He's here to kill you. You're going in that hole right after Cervantes. He's gonna drop home, and he's gonna bury two birds with one stone. You need to kill him now. Kill him now.
Keeper, I'd like to
Yeah,
do a power roll
certainly.
because I think that my attachment, and I rolled strongly. I rolled a hard extreme. I
You got
think my
it.
attachment is powerful to old Sally.
Okay.
I rolled a 13 under my power 55. So I'm like, he's on my side in my head.
Yeah. All right. I'll allow that. I'll allow that. Now, Sally,
Yeah.
you just figured it out. You just figured it out. You know.
Yeah.
You know this guy. He's your friend. He's the one who's been doing it. There's logic. You don't even need Alonzo's help. He's shown you. He just showed you what you already knew and already saw. That it could only be him. There's no one else. Even if that Mikey kid, he wasn't involved with your crew. He couldn't leak the things he leaked. Oh, what do we do here?
Yeah, I kind of just I've got this look. I'm just looking at Tony and I'm just like it's just really been a fucked up day. I just want to get this job done and go home. So let's get the body out of the car. We'll bury it.
Yeah, you said that, Sally P. Maybe this sour son of a bitch will shut his mouth once he's under a few feet of earth and a little bit of concrete.
I hope so. I hope so. He's been talking shit all day. I don't like it.
So you're going to take the body out of the trunk and throw him in the hole and cover him up with dirt, and as is what you always do. Is that the plan?
And that's why we make plans.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, once this guy is silenced again, the sooner this guy is silenced again, the better. Okay. I know we got Dominic here to say a prayer, but Sal, you've been known to speak a word or two over the dear departed.
Yeah. Yeah, I can say a few words to him.
Maybe shut him up.
Yeah. But so I say, yeah, God in heaven, hallowed be your name. We place this body here in the ground and hope that you can take care of him. Send him where he needs to go in the afterlife. And I say that and I pull my gun and I point it at Tony and I say, Tony, I gotta know. I gotta know. Is you wearing a wire?
Jesus Christ. What have I done all night, man?
I don't know. You seemed a little bit argumentative when we were on the bridge. Like you didn't want to stop. You didn't want to stick with the plan. It didn't sound right to me.
Hey, all I can say, Sally P., I remember what it's like for you to put your hand on my shoulder and tell me it's going to be okay. And I am not going to go from there to fuck you. Right? We knew these guys were here for no good reason. I liked Tookie. I thought Tookie was a good guy. I hope he does. I hope he offs himself instead of dying in the fucking cold. But I'm a loyal fucking man. I'm part of the family. I don't have any other family. You know, my sister's she's a weird, lonely person. That's why we still, I don't have, you know, no, Sally, I put myself in danger well, Jesus, this is crazy fucking shit to say. Sally, Tookie offered me a partnership if I was okay with letting him kill you.
Hmm. So what did he just offered you a partnership. What did he say? Is this Sally, not Sally, does Polly know?
Apparently, Paulie's okay with Tony offing us, which means we've got to take up stakes and run away.
Yeah. It's not what I wanted to hear.
No, no, it's fucked for me too. But I wasn't in, I mean, even if I didn't owe you my fucking life, and I do, I could hardly say, oh yeah, sure, I'll join their team. Let them kill my friend and Gapo, and they're going to trust me after this. Like, what a bullshit offer that was. He thought maybe I was cold in the woods and I would freak out. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, because we were both good instead, you know?
So we've got hours, basically, to clean up our own shit and get out because it's going to get ugly.
Um, Joe, is it okay if I do like a psychology roll against Tony and what he's just said and whether I believe him or
I
not?
was thinking, I was just thinking, I'm gonna see if you offer it, but yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Got charm. I've got psychology. I've got fast talk.
No, I rolled an 81. That's way too high for psychology for me.
Yeah. I'm extremely compelling. I mean, 30, I've got 30 at charm, so I'm all right.
All right.
If that was an issue.
Okay. That's good. So it's down to you two.
Yeah, so I mean,
Really?
I'd love to say let's
Slowly told
So far I'm buying what I'm being
you.
told
Okay. Okay.
based on what
All
I've
right.
rolled. And
And you hear a voice in your head, Tony.
hmm,
You got him. He's a fool. You wanted to get away from him. No matter what, you need to get away. You could kill him now. You'll be told. Free. Oh.
so anyway, here we are. Are we finished the basement? We're done with the standard motel.
You would be done once you've covered the
Oh,
body with dirt,
right. So
which you've done.
So he threatened me, and I have talked him down. Is that where we're at?
Mhm. That's
Yeah.
where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Voice hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
He's just around. Maybe it's connected to this body, maybe it's not. It hasn't gone away. It's almost
Sally, I feel like we're gonna be fucked around by this thing. You never took parakeet, did you, Sally?
oh no. No, 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 no. First rule of being a drug dealer is you don't take your own stuff. You don't deal with it. It's,
Why do you think they fucking call it parakeet? Is it because it mimics people? Because in my fucking head, he's been mimicking people. Like that's what parakeets do, right?
I think so. They talk,
Parakeet. Bap, 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 bap.
they talk a lot.
You know,
Uh,
you know.
and they repeat what other things say. Yeah.
Fucking cold down here. All right, let's just finish it. Um, you take this being, I don't know. You can go upstairs and find the cognac if you want, and I can finish shuffling the dirt on.
All right.
Um, so you finish burying the body. Are you going to stay in this motel? Or are you just going to get right on the road and get the hell away? Even though the weather's absolutely horrible. Do you
When
want
I say you get the cognac and I'll finish burying it, and he turns around, I'm going to shoot him in the back,
to? Okay, beautiful. Hmm.
assuming that he accepted that logic.
Well, I bought your
Yeah.
bullshit, so
Yeah. You might be happy to hear that I rolled a 92 on my shot. So,
it's
Yeah.
dark down here. Yeah.
Oh, what do you do, Sally P? You just
I turn and shoot right back because
I
why not? And it's dark down here, and I shoot wide. So I'm turning as I'm shooting, so it makes sense.
stand up.
We've kind of got like a
Pointing at each
standoff.
other.
yeah. And we're like hiding behind low earthenworks. Uh, Sally B, I'm sorry, man. It's the only way out. I know you feel
Fuck,
the same
Tony.
way.
I I fucking made you. You're everything because of me.
What you
You
made me, I need to get away from, Sally. You
go to the
fucked
fucking
me.
Bahamas.
You fucked me by making me what I am today.
You had a choice. You had a
Yeah,
choice.
I fucked up, man. I'm gonna roll to the right, one full length, and take a pot shot. Shitty roll, 74.
Okay. Um, can I, uh, after he kind of rolls and shoots, can I move in on his position and try to get a better, closer shot to him?
Okay.
It's not the smartest thing to do, but it's kind of what I'm thinking of doing at this moment.
Hmm.
Okay, that is a 13. I will. Can I spend a point of luck to make that an extreme?
Of course.
I will do that.
Hmm.
Oh shit, that's a 1d10. Oh, so I rolled a 1. That's double? I
One.
for, I forget the
I-
rules.
If you get an extreme, you do your weapon does max damage plus a
Nice.
roll.
Plus a roll, so that's 11. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, nobody's surviving.
At any rate, the fact is that
How?
I'm dead and dead and dead indeed.
Yeah.
And I don't feel so bad that I'm not the last one to breathe.
We basically have just you, Sally P.
Yeah.
Capo, once really beloved by this family, clearly, Polly, you had your beef with Tony the Tiger, but he got Big Polly's ear, and
Yeah.
he's the big guy. And he was behind this, and now you're the last man standing in this room. Who knows where Tookie is, if he could even survive in this kind of weather at this point. Probably not a very good sign.
Yeah.
So, Sally, I need you to make me a power roll.
Okay. It's a regular success. Yes.
Good. Hmm. Oh, so you feel a lot, Alonso. You can feel him reaching out to you. And he's like, I am Alondro the Eternal. Let me in and you can live forever, more powerful than anything. Just let me in. Let me in. You are the only survivor. I told you I would make it so that you could be free, finally free of this life. I'm making you finally free.
And I'm looking down at my friend Tony, who I just shot,
Mm-hmm.
and and I'm like, no, no, no. Well, you can just fuck right off. I'm getting out of here.
So you walk out the door, out of this crawl space, and are you going to get in the car and drive away, or just going to crash in one of the rooms, or do you want to get away from this place? Just keep driving.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get in the car, just drive. That's what I'm gonna do.
You're not going to go back anyway the way you came. You're just going to keep going, maybe. What do
Uh,
you might not have a plan, but just
yeah.
you're not going to be heading back the way you
No, I don't want to go down the road. I'll like
come.
head back towards Queens and a different way.
A different one. Okay.
Yeah.
You're the only,
And
as far as you know, you're the only survivor, so you could probably spin this. There's no other witnesses.
yeah.
Are you going to take care of Tony's body? You're just going to leave it there.
No, I'm gonna put him in the same grave as
Okay.
Cervantes.
Okay.
Cover it up. Um, I'm kind of running on autopilot at this moment.
Mhm.
Instinct and experience is kind of what I'm doing. I'm just taking care of what I know, and yeah,
So you can go. You can do all that. You can get in the car and you can just go another way and drive to Queens, maybe. So Tookie, those are beautiful shoes, Tookie. That's a beautiful suit, but it is not doing you really good right now. You are freezing. You're freezing. You hear that voice that you've heard all night that you hate, and it says, it's you. It's just you and me now. Let me in, and I could give you everything you ever wanted. Make a power roll, please.
Can I ask you a question first?
Sure.
Including revenge against those fucking pigs.
Whatever you desire.
I'm going to
Let
accept
me
his
in.
offer because I'm freezing. I'm probably think my toes are getting ready to rot off anyway. So uh, I'll even,
Oh,
I'll still make a power roll if you want, but
if you let him in,
yeah.
if you put up no
I,
resistance, he'll
yeah.
come right in.
Oh yeah. I welcome.
You
I welcome it.
instantly know everything. You know who this being is. This is Elandro de Carvasa. He was born in the 6th century. He was in Moorish Spain. He was a scribe who became well versed in mythos lore, in the occult. He was a scribe for a very powerful caliph in Moorish Spain. And he became fascinated with this and alchemy, especially alchemy, which would eventually one day become chemistry, and all the world opened up to him. So he convinced his master to let him join the cult that he was in, all these things he was scribing for his master. And so he became a full member. But one of the things he mastered was this wonderful, wonderful ancient spell called, that allowed him to do a complete transference from one body to another body. So he traded places with his master. Traded places. And when he was in the body of his master went into his former body. He ordered him executed for treason. And he went on to rule. He traveled the world, the Middle East, the Far East, all over. Centuries of learning, swapping bodies here and there. He ended up, he met Ludwig Prynne, who wrote Burmis Mysterious, and that's where he was able to find things about this mysterious drug, called the plutonic drug. It was also called Liao, featured in many different mythos tales. That he became the master of all these things, and eventually he ended up back in Spain, and eventually it was 1930s in Spain, and he left to escape the Civil War there, and he went to Queens, New York. He started his first business selling this drug, this thing that would be called parakeet. His last body was this drug dealer, Cervantes, that he had taken over. And as you're realizing this, you're realizing his whole story, and that he's eternal because he can transfer bodies. You start to feel a little warmer, like you're inside. It's getting a lot darker. It's not as bright. As you try desperately, you realize you are now Cervantes' body. You are buried in a crawl space in the goddamn Pixie Motel in Cairo.
Don't say goddamn.
That's right.
It's the first time you ever used it.
Yeah.
And with that, we come to the end of Deadfellas.
Really
Very
good.
nice. Very nice. I enjoyed that.
That was a lot of, you guys perfectly got into those characters and then built the things, built the tensions and played off of them, and it was exactly the way it's supposed to go. That was great.
Yeah. The characters you gave us are complex, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
I was an NYPD officer, and I had gone undercover for what was supposed to be a few days, and then Tookie took a liking to me, and then the NYPD said, "No, stay undercover. We can get information." And then I started to really like Tookie and the people around him, and so I was extremely conflicted at this point about I didn't want to kill somebody because then I become a real criminal. And I right up until the end, I wouldn't have done anything to Tookie. I was absolutely loyal, even though.
But you would have killed me.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I was supposed to kill. Actually, I was supposed to kill Sal. I was supposed to kill Sally P. and make my name, except that I wouldn't do it. That's why I kept trying to talk Dominic out of, can we just postpone? Can we just go away? Because I was in over my head.
Mhm.
How about you, Tony? You narc.
How dare you? You of all people. For God's sake. Yeah. No, I had to get out of the family. Circumstances had changed.
So were you actually an assassin, though? You'd been assassinating people?
Oh, I killed people, yeah. But I had turned state's evidence because I, among other things, was gay. And when people figured that out, they'd just kill me because
Sure.
the family, they do too.
Yeah.
Which I think is a thing that the writer threaded kind of carefully. Like, nobody likes a rat.
Yeah.
But also, it's not his fault he's gay.
Yeah.
So he, since he has to leave or die, he's allowed to be a rat. I think that's how they were trying to get around.
It's a complex. They're all like very complex for.
I think Sally's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
It's a philandering, mafioso.
Yeah. Sally is, well, he's got a complicated life. He's got his wife, Gina, and 3 kids that he loves. He's also got Betty. He loves Betty, too. He made a lot of money with this drug deal, but Sally's not too good with the politics. He's really good he's a street guy, but, to work, like Paulie and those, it's a little bit out of his depth. And so that's kind of what happened is he pissed off the other Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger is much more savvy. So he got himself in trouble. Had to figure a way out of it. So he knew, or at least felt, that Tookie and Mikey had been sent to knock him off. And he had to figure out a way to get to Tony so he could get some help and not get himself shot.
And is there more to you, Tookie?
No, I love my life, and I love being a gangster. I liked Mikey, but I did always find it interesting that we could always somehow amazingly avoid the cops without any, when we shouldn't be able to, which is why I was like, oh, this guy's a cop. That's it, and
Tookie's secret was kind of one that he didn't know he had. It was like he has taken an NYPD undercover cop and he's bringing him all the way up to being a made man because he's been friends with him. And granted, Mikey took a liking to him too. So,
and I was a good earner, apparently.
Yeah.
And a nice kid, if a little nervous.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I was torn up inside. Everything, just sitting next to Sal and hearing about his family, I was just like, fuck me.
Yeah, you guys had some really nice moments.
Oh, it was a great game.
It's a good one. This is a very good scenario.
I had a lot of fun with this.
Have you run this before?
I haven't. I was telling Thom about it at another game. And I said, I love this. I just bought this and I read through it because I love this kind of stuff, like Sopranos, one of my favorite shows. I was like, I absolutely love this because it's sort of it's Call of Cthulhu, but it's the characters and they're mostly the bad guys. They're worse than the monsters, and I just really love the dynamics that the whole game is set up on. Every character having something that isn't known, that if it became known, it's all over for them. And just putting them in a car in a snowstorm is just like even more brilliant.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Our players included David Gasaway, Julian Arba, Keith Craig, and myself, with Joe Bardales as the keeper of arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.